G'day viewers, Sepp here. In one of my previous videos I said what we're going to do is we're going to use this ARB jump starter. We're going to see how we go running a Brass Monkey fridge off this jump pack. Also what we're going to do is compare it to this one, which is an ItechWorld JS80. So first of all I better set up the scenario for you. So the reason why I'm going to do this is I don't have a car with a twin battery system, and sometimes we take our Brass Monkey portable fridge. I can plug it into the back of the car, into the socket, and it runs on 12 volt while we're driving. But when we turn the car off, of course the fridge turns off. Now if it's 10 minutes or something like that, well that's okay, it won't heat up very much inside. But if you say want to go for an hour or half an hour or 2 hours or something like that, and there's no power running to your fridge, well the contents inside is obviously going to get warm. So I thought, well, I've got one of these ARB jump starters, so I thought what we'll do is we'll have a true scenario of traveling around on a bit of a trip. So to do that I've got my fridge set up here. I've already got it on the 240 volts, so I've cooled it down to its 4 or 5 degrees. I've got some contents in there, which is the usual contents I suppose you'd have if you say, for example, going on a bit of a trip somewhere, camping trip or something like that. I've got a dozen stubbies in there, and I know some of you are probably going to think, well that's not enough, but for the scenario here it will be enough. So the dozen stubbies are already come out of the fridge, they're cooled down. I've got a couple of thermometers up here for you so you can have a bit of a look at it. I know you can't read it yet, but I'm going to bring it in closer so you can. So pretty much we've got two here. I've got the ambient temperature at the moment, which is pretty much 35 degrees outside, and this one's showing the same thing. Well, this one's showing 36 degrees outside, so a real case scenario. It's quite warm today, and over the journey of this experiment it's probably going to get much warmer than that yet. So this one is a King's one, which has a part of this one is actually inside the fridge, and it's showing at the moment 10 degrees, but the fridge is showing actually 5 degrees. So these King's ones, they take a while for those temperatures to get down to the actual temperature in the fridge, and I haven't had it in there all that long, so it started out at about 25 or something like that. So, but it'll get down to the 5 or thereabouts. There's probably a little bit of discrepancy between them, but to give you a bit of an idea, so that's just the ambient temperature. Sorry, that's the temperature inside the fridge. It's sitting at 5 on the actual display here on the unit, on the fridge itself. So we can monitor that and just see how the ambient temperature affects it, and I expect it will, because it is quite warm today. It's only going to get warmer. Now I've never done this before. I've never ran this ARB unit on this fridge, so I don't know what's going to happen. But I did have to make up a couple of I suppose adapters to make this work. The Brass Monkey adapter for 12 volt doesn't actually fit very well into this socket, even though it's a 12 volt socket. It doesn't fit very well in there. So I'll go through the thermometers again for you up close so you can actually see them in a second, and we'll get it all going. So what I might do first is I'll unplug it off the 240 volts, and we'll plug it into the ARB, and let's just see what happens. So that's the first stage. So this is the adapter, pretty basic. So this one will plug into here. It's a nice tight fit. Just move that 240 volt one out of the way. So there it is there. It's all going to connect to this. And I'll make some assumptions how to get this going. Plug that in there like that. Now it does have, like I said, I'll give you a bit of a close-up of all this once we set it up a bit better. It does have the percentages and lights that'll come on in a second. So we're all set to go, we're all plugged in. I'll just put these thermometers back and we'll give you another closer look at these. Now let's just turn this on, see what happens. Oh, I'll turn the light on as well here for looks. Okay, so we've got it going. This is fully charged. It's on 100%, the blue lights are on, and the fridge is going. So let's just put this aside for the moment. Let's see what time it is. So at the moment, you probably can't see that. So it's 12:04, 4 minutes past midday, and she's now running. Right, let's stop. Right, we'll just turn it back on again, see what happens. The fridge turned off as well, so it's turned itself off for some reason, I'm not sure why. Let's have a bit of a look. Okay, well it looks like we've got it going now. I'm not too sure what happened there, but it didn't want to stay running for a short period at the start there, so it's all going well. While I was messing around a little bit, the temperature did come up inside this, on this readout. It came up at 6 degrees instead of 5, which was on. The ARB is now operating. It's showing fully charged with the blue lights on, and of course the fridge is working. So what I might do is, just to give you a bit of an idea, this Brass Monkey fridge, it's a 25 litre capacity, and the average power consumption is 45 watts. So that's what this will draw. Now I've got it set on maximum at the moment. It's pulling 14.7 volts at the moment out of this thing here, and it's sitting on about 6 to 7 at the moment, because like I said, we turned it off for a little while. In between then I was messing around with it, trying to understand why it was going off. So it's sitting on about 7 degrees. That's coming down now, this top one, which, like I said, I'll bring it a bit closer for you so you can see that in a sec. But just a bit more about the wattages. So it's 45 watts. That's the average power consumption. I suppose the rated current, for those that want to know, it's 1.9 amps to 3.8 amps. That's the size of what the compressor will draw. Now, theoretically, this ARB jump starts at 24,000 milliamps. So theoretically, this should run, again it depends on the ambient temperature, it's nearly 35 degrees. Now this one's showing 36, this one's showing 35. It's sitting on 7 degrees at the moment. So depending on that ambient temperature, that will obviously affect, and I've actually got it set on 4 degrees, so it will be pulling it down. So that'll obviously affect the power draw. So, but that's sort of what we're up to at the moment. Okay, it seems to be working. So there they are there. Like I said, that's your interior temperature there of the unit. That's the ambient temperature at the moment. And this one's just ambient at the moment as well. So you probably can't read this here, but it's showing 7 at the moment. So we'll see what happens. Go down here and have a look at this. So you can probably see that there now. Your blue lights, you've got your lights on there. That's 100%, and this one's 20%. So let's see how we go. So after the fridge shutting down 3 times using this ARB jump pack, I thought I better come to the workbench and have a think about why this keeps shutting down. So this was shutting down, then of course the fridge would go off. Now keep in mind, these jump packs are really for jumping cars. They're not really designed to run a fridge permanently, like I said at the earlier on in the video. It's only if you get a bit caught and you need to run a fridge for an hour or 2 or whatever. They say they can do this, but this particular one can't do that. and I'll tell you why, and I'm going to show you in a minute. So the problem with this one is when you press the start button to turn it on, it comes up fully charged. It takes 34 seconds and it turns itself off automatically. And that's basically what it's doing. So if you don't have a current draw on this, it'll shut down in 34 seconds. So what was happening on the fridge is when I was putting it on and turning it on, the power pack, the fridge compressor was kicked in and was operating. And as soon as the fridge got to its temperature, the compressor had cut out. And there's only a couple of little LED lights, which wasn't enough for this to detect a current. And after 34 seconds, basically, this was turning itself off, and of course the fridge would go off. So that's basically what was happening with this one. And I'll just show you something here on the bench. So what I've got set up is I've got a little light here, just a little tiny LED light. I've got my phone, which is sitting at 64% charge. I've got just an adapter that'll plug into the cigarette lighter. So I'll put that in there. And I'll leave the phone off for the moment. I won't plug that in. And we'll turn it on. I'm going to turn this light on, so hopefully you can see that. So I've turned it on. You can probably see that the blue lights are 100%. I'll turn this light on. So there it is there. You probably can see that light on, I hope. And you'll see as soon as the blue lights go off, the light will go off. There it is there. So the light's gone off. This just takes a sec to turn the actual LEDs off. And that's what's happening. There it is there, so they're gone off. But I'll plug my phone in now, because that can draw up to 1 amp or thereabouts. I'll turn it back on and do the same test. So I'll just press the start again. It's come on, it's charging the phone, I just heard it go on. The light's on, I'll turn it on, we'll see what happens now. I probably should time this, but you'll get the idea. I won't edit this bit, so you can see just like the last bit, I won't edit it. Just leave it as it is, and then you can see how long it takes. But theoretically now, this won't turn off, because it's got the extra draw current. That's what's providing it, is the phone. As you've seen, the light went straight off because it wasn't enough current. Being a small LED, it probably draws hardly anything. So really, and of course these jump packs have got USB ports as well. So theoretically you'd be charging a phone on the USB port. And if you do that, I haven't tried that yet, but I figure that it'll stay on. In the instructions it says it'll stay on and it'll charge your phone. But this in particular, this cigarette lighter socket obviously goes off unless it's got a strong enough draw current to keep it on all the time. And we're going to try another little object in here because I haven't got anything else to plug in there. As soon as we finish here, and as you can see, it's still on. It hasn't turned itself off. The phone's charging, so that's what's drawing the extra current. If I pull this out, straight away the light will go off, because again there's not enough current to keep it going. So let's do that. I'll just pull this out, phone off the charge. There it is there. It should take about half a minute, and then it'll go off again. There it is, it's off. And these lights will go off in a sec as well, just like they did before. There you go. So that's that. That's the reason why the fridge will cycle, and this has got no built-in timer to allow for that. So I'll just show you. So we'll just give this a try. Now, this here is just a normal pump for pumping up air mattresses and so forth. Now it is 120 watt pump capacity this, which is 10 amp draw current. Now these are restricted also to 10 amp draw here, so if it turns itself off, it'll be because it's probably drawn the maximum power. This will allow it to, the jump pack will allow it to pull. So let's try it, see how we go. We'll turn it on at the front there. So it's on. I won't keep it running, you get the idea. So you can actually run other items in the top here, and I'll just turn itself off automatically. So what I thought I might do is, we know this is not going to work on the fridge, but I just happened to borrow one of these ones off a family member. It's an ItechWorld JS80 they call it. Now this is 30,000 milliamps. The ARB one was 24,000 milliamps. Now I have actually tried this on the fridge already, but I'm going to put it back on the fridge and let you have a look at it. And in 36-degree ambient temperature outside, this ran the fridge for 2.5 hours, which was pretty good, and it still had 25% left in it, which so I just turned it off at 25%. I didn't want to run this down to its dead flat. So this obviously will do the job. Now the reason why it will do the job is it has a 30-minute delay. So when I say that, providing the draw current is over 170 milliamps, this will power up your device. And the way this one works, it's pretty simple. You just turn the power on up here. If you want to check how much voltage is in it, you turn that on, it comes up with your voltage. It's 100% full. And also the power button, this will go off automatically. But once you connect a plug in a fridge or whatever, you draw a current off it, what will happen is this will stay on, the two lights there. So to turn it actually on, you actually hold it on for 3 seconds. Now the lights come on, 2 lights there. That'll stay on now until we turn it off, or if we sat it down here and didn't have any current drawn out of it, it'll automatically turn itself off after 30 minutes. So because it'll keep the current going for 30 minutes, what happens is it'll be able to cycle the fridge. So providing, and we're making the assumption that the compressor will kick in and out in 30 minutes when this is attached, which it did the other day, but it was 36 degrees outside, I think 37 degrees. It did the other day, and it worked really well. So it's just turned itself, those lights go off. Now it's still powered up, but what happens is once you're drawing a current through it, the power buttons will stay on like that, but these lights will go off just like it is now. So we'll turn it off for the moment. So you just hold that on, it powers everything off. Now all the lights are off. And of course, if you want to use it as a jump pack, well, you've got a light there on the side there, which the light button, and then if you want to use a jump pack, you connect the jumper cables and put it on here. Which I'm not doing that. This is not the intention of the video, is to jump a car. There's plenty of videos out there jumping cars. So this is more about using it as a power bank. And of course, you got your USB ports as well, just the same as the other one. But it is a bigger unit, so it depends on what you really want. If you only want a jumper pack, I've used this ARB one, and it works great. Jumping car, I have jumped a car with that. And of course, to give you an idea of the size, they're a fair sort of difference in size. Weight-wise, they're very similar. This is very heavy, and they do similar functions as well. So with that, let's take this over to the fridge and we'll try this one out, see how long it lasts. Okay, well I'm at the back of the car here where I've got the fridge. I've got the ItechWorld jump starter ready to go. That's where you put the socket in, the side of it. So I'll just turn the main power off. Just unplugging that now, get that out the way. I'm going to plug in the jump pack. And all the parameters like earlier in the video are the same here. We're on a different day now than the other day. So I just left everything all set up. We're just going to plug that in like that, like so. And we'll turn this on. So we just power it up. You probably heard the fridge go on. So I'm going to sit that there for now. Now what will happen is those lights will go off in a minute, but the two green lights here on this, the power switch will stay on. And now at the moment we've got 5 degrees here on the fridge. This one, the King's thermometer is showing 5.7 and it's 26 degrees outside on this one. So it'll be interesting to see how this performs, considering the other day it was 2.5 hours, which I didn't film with this one, but now it's a lot 10 degrees cooler, so we'll be interesting to see. We'll see how it goes. We'll leave it sit there for a while now, and I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll come back and we'll check it and see how it works. I forgot to give you the start time. 2:22 is our start time, so we'll see how we go. It's been an hour so far. We're at 3:24. Give you a bit of a closer look at it all. Here we are. We've got our inside temperature of the fridge at 2.6. Ambient temperature is 25.6. We've got 24.9, so close enough, about 25 outside. The actual fridge is set on 4 degrees, it's sitting at 6, so the compressor's running at the moment. You might be able to see that, 11.5 volts. And I've got the fridge set on maximum because it has an economy setting and a maximum setting, so I've got that on maximum. So we'll have a look at the JS80, see what that's doing. I'll just turn it on like that so we can see. So here you can see it over the other side here, hopefully you can see those green lights. There's one missing, so that's 100%. So we're sitting on 75% at the moment, then we've got 50, then we've got 25. So that's where we're at. We'll come back another hour. Another check, 4:25. And we'll just check where we're up to with the jump pack. So you can see that there, we're on still 75% charged, which is pretty good. It's been a couple of hours. So what we've got here is 2.3, ambient temperature 25.5, 24 there, close enough. And we've got 5 degrees. So it's looking pretty good at the moment. 20 past 2, now it's 20 past 4. We've still got 75% battery. It's been running for 2 hours. So it certainly looks like that temperature, that ambient temperature makes a difference, because we got about 2.5 hours out of the other day when I did this, but it was 36 degrees outside, probably 37. But anyway, we'll keep going, see what happens. Okay viewers, we're at 5:29. So we've been going for 3 hours now with this one. The battery pack is still on 50% there. So we're going to call it done. Give you a close-up. Fridge has been going well. It's 2 degrees inside. The top there. 26 outside. Well, that's 25.6. Sitting on 5 degrees. And we've still got, let's have a look. Still showing 50% left in the battery pack. So there you have it. To summarise, the ARB unit cannot run a portable fridge. the JS80, definitely can. We pulled it up at 50% battery capacity. It's been running for 3 hours, that fridge. It obviously makes a difference with the ambient temperature. Yesterday when I did the test, it was pretty close to 37 degrees, 38 degrees, ran for 2.5 hours. I was on 25%. Today, about 26 degrees, still on 50%, and it ran for 3 hours. But anyway, that's about it for this one. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you've got any questions about it, just hit me up in the comments. Other than that, I'll say thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. If you like this video, don't forget to check out Sepp's Adventures YouTube channel. I have heaps of videos just like this one, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see other great videos every week, and hit that bell button so you get notifications. Thanks for watching.